Okay guys, welcome to my first attempt to create a video for home learning. I've been asked to put together a video for long division, which is understandable because this is a skill that comes in year 6 and does take quite a lot of practice to become really confident in and master. So in this particular question, we have got a dividend of 1,104, a divisor of 23. Just to check that vocabulary for you, the dividend is the large number that is going to be shared. So here we're going to be sharing 1,104 by 23. 23 is the divisor, and the answer that we get is called the quotient, just so that you're familiar with that vocabulary in case that comes up in any of the books that you've been given or anything that you find online. Okay, the first job with long division, the first thing that we need to do is create a fact box, because short division is relatively easy because you're only dealing with usually one digit, and that means that you're familiar with your times tables for all of your digits up to 9. So when you're doing division, you need your times tables knowledge. Now, we don't learn our 23 times tables off by heart, so it's good to create a fact box to help you to avoid errors during this quite lengthy and complicated calculation that you're going to do. In order to do that, we use partitioning just to make sure that we can do it more quickly, accurately. And to do that, we partition 23 into 10s and 1s. So 20 plus 3 equals 23. So this is our 1 times 23. 2 times 23. 40 plus 6 equals 46. 3 times 23. So remember, this is just a way of working out your 23 times table, but doing it speedily and accurately, because quite often children try to create a fact box because they might be dealing with difficult numbers. 23 is not too difficult actually, but you might have, I don't know, 57 or something like that, for example. Trying to calculate your 57 times tables when you're also trying to deal with long division, there's a lot going on there, a lot of what we call cognitive load, lots to think about and keep in your mind. So this is a good way of just saving yourself some of that thinking later on. 3 times 23. So here I'm just using my knowledge of the 2 times tables. 2, 4, 6, but it's 60 because it's 10 times bigger. It's the 20 times table, in fact, not the 2 times table. 3, 6, 9. This is just my 3 times tables knowledge. 69. 4 times 23. So 80. Plus 3 times table, 3, 6, 9, 12 equals 92. 5 times 23, 100 plus 15, 115. Don't be tempted to not do this and to rush on to trying to sort out the long division calculation, because you really do need these number facts first of all. You don't need to do up to 12 though. I normally say 7 or 8 is enough, because most questions, that's as far as you need to go. And if you find that you need to go further, you can do. 120 at 18 is 138. Let's do 2 more. 140 plus 21 is 161. And we'll do 1 more. 160 plus 24 equals 184. Sorry, I can't film and write at the same time. Okay, so now we'll make a start. Remember, with division, when we use the bus stop method, we call this the bus stop. The bus stop method, we are simply working across this way, trying to divide each of these digits by the divisor here. So how many times can we get 23 into 1? Well, the answer is 0. So now we have to consider how many times can we get 23 into not 1, but we put these two digits together. How many times can we get 23 into 11? Again, the answer is 0. We can't fit 23 into 11. So now we consider these three digits together to create 110. How many times does 23 go into 110? So we come across to our fact box. 1 time is 23, 2 times 23 is 46, and so on. To get to 110, we can get 23 in 4 times. Our answer goes on top. And then I would underline the answer that we got to for 4 times. Okay, 92. That 92 now, we come back to our bus stop and we need to subtract 92 from 110. 0 take away 2, we can't do. So we need to exchange. 10 take away 9, it's 1, 18. Now we need to deal with the final digit in number 4. So we bring that 4 down. 184. At this point, we're now no longer working across, we're working down. 23 into 184. Well, let's have a look at our fact box. In this case, there are no remainders because you'll see that 8 times 23 is in fact 184. So it goes in 8 times, meaning that our answer to 1104 divided by 23 is 48. It's important, children, especially in SATs exams. Now, I know we're not doing SATs this year, but in the answer box, Mr. SATs does not like to see children writing 0048 in the answer box because it suggests that you don't understand what these numbers mean. These are just placeholders up here, aren't they? We use them as placeholders to move along the columns. The answer is, of course, 48. So going back to our vocabulary from the start, the answer is the quotient. So the quotient in this question is 48. The answer is 48. Hope that helps.